Translation of part of the first book of the Aeneidto by William Wordsworth, the editors of the Philological Museum. But Cytherea, studious to invent arts yet untried, upon new counsels bent, resolves that Cupid, changed in form and face to young Ascanius, should assume his place, present the maddening gifts, and kindle heat of passion at the bosom's inmost seat. She dreads the treacherous house, the double tongue. She burns, she frets by Juno's rancour stung. The calm of night is powerless to remove these cares, and thus she speaks to winged love. O sun, my strength, my power. Who dost despise? What, save thyself, none dares through earth and skies. The giant-quelling bolts of Jove, I flee, O sun, a suppliant to thy deity. What perils meet Aeneas in his course, how Juno's hate with unrelenting force pursues thy brother, this to thee is known, and ofttimes hast thou made my griefs thine own. Him now the generous Aeneidto by soft chains of bland entreaty at her court detains. Junonian hospitalities prepare such apt occasion that I dread a snare. Hence, ere some hostile god can intervene, would I, by previous wiles, inflame the queen with passion for Aeneas, such strong love that at my beck, mine only, she shall move. Hear, and assist. The father's mandate calls his young Ascanius to the Tyrian walls. He comes, my dear delight, and costliest things preserved from fire and flood for presents brings. Him will I take, and in close covert keep, mid groves Idalian, lulled to gentle sleep, or on Cytherea's far sequestered steep, that he may neither know what hope is mine, nor by his presence traverse the design. Do thou, but for a single night's brief space, dissemble. Be that boy in form and face. And when enraptured Aeneidto shall receive thee to her arms, and kisses interweave with many a fond embrace, while joy runs high, and goblets crown the proud festivity, instill thy subtle poison, and inspire, at every touch, an unsuspected fire. Love, at the word, before his mother's sight puts off his wings, and walks, with proud delight, like young Iulus. But the gentlest dews of slumber Venus sheds, to circumfuse the true Ascanius steeped in placid rest. Then wafts him, cherished on her careful breast, through upper air to an Idalian glade, where he on soft Amaracus is laid, with breathing flowers embraced, and fragrant shade. But Cupid, following cheerily his guide Aeneas, with the gifts to Carthage hied, and, as the hall he entered, there, between the sharers of her golden couch, was seen reclined in festal pomp the Tyrian queen. The Trojans, too, Aeneas at their head, on conches lie, with purple overspread. Meantime in canisters is heaped the bread, pellucid water for the hands is borne, and napkins of smooth texture, finely shorn. Within are 50 handmaids, who prepare, as they in order stand, the dainty fare, and fume the household deities with store of odorous incense, while 100 more matched with an equal number of like age, but each of manly sex, a docile page, marshal the banquet, giving with due grace to cup or viand its appointed place. The Tyrians rushing in, an eager band, their painted couches seek, obedient to command. They look with wonder on the gifts, they gaze upon Iulus, dazzled with the rays that from his ardent countenance are flung, and charmed to hear his simulating tongue, nor pass unpraised the robe and veil divine, round which the yellow flowers and wandering foliage twine. But chiefly Aeneidto, to the coming ill devoted, strives in vain her vast desires to fill. She views the gifts. Upon the child then turns insatiable looks, and gazing burns. To ease a father's cheated love he hung upon Aeneas, and around him clung. Then seeks the queen, with her his arts he tries. She fastens on the boy enamored eyes, clasps in her arms, nor weans, O lot unblessed. How great a god, incumbent o'er her breast, would fill it with his spirit. He, to please his Acidalian mother, by degrees blots out Cytherea, studious to remove the dead, by influx of a living love, by stealthy entrance of a perilous guest, troubling a heart that had been long at rest. Now when the viands were withdrawn, and ceased the first division of the splendid feast, while round a vacant board the chiefs recline, huge goblets are brought forth. They crown the wine. Voices of gladness roll the walls around. Those gladsome voices from the courts rebound. From gilded rafters many a blazing light depends, and torches overcome the night. The minutes fly till, at the queen's command, a bowl of state is offered to her hand. Then she, as Belus wont, and all the line from Belus, filled it to the brim with wine. Silence ensued. O Jupiter, whose care is hospitable dealing, grant my prayer. Productive day be this of lasting joy to Tyrians, and these exiles driven from Troy, a day to future generations dear. Let Bacchus, donor of soul-quickening cheer, be present. Kindly Juno, be thou near. And, Tyrians, may your choicest favors wait upon this hour, the bond to celebrate. She spake and shed an offering on the board. Then sipped the bowl whence she the wine had poured and gave to Bitias, urging the prompt lord. He raised the bowl and took a long deep draught. Then every chief in turn the beverage quaffed. Graced with redundant hair, Iopus sings the lore of Atlas. To resounding strings, the labors of the sun, the lunar wanderings. when humankind and brute, what natural powers engender lightning, whence are falling showers? He haunts Arcturus, that fraternal twain the glittering bears, the Pleiads fraught with rain. Why suns in winter, shunning heaven's steep heights post seaward, what impedes the tardy nights? The learned song from Tyrian hearers draws loud shouts, the Trojans echo the applause. But, lengthening out the night with converse new, large draughts of love unhappy Dido drew. Of Priam asked, of Hector o'er and o'er what arms the son of bright Aurora wore. What steeds the car of Diomed could boast, among the leaders of the Grecian host. How looked Achilles, their dread paramount, but nay the fatal wiles, O guest? Recount, retrace the Grecian cunning from its source, your own grief and your friends'? Your wandering course. For now, till this seventh summer have ye ranged the sea, or trod the earth, to peace estranged.